At the Gevirtz School, it's crucial for us not only to have our graduate students conducting research that matters, but also that they learn how to present that research as effectively as possible. That's at the heart of the Department of Counseling, Clinical, and School Psychology's annual Research Festival. Let's take a look at this year's edition.
Hi, I'm Shireen Cohen. I'm in the Clinical Psych program. My advisor is Dr. Robert Cagle.
Hi, Shireen. So tell me a little bit about the research you're going to present today.
So my research project was on teaching adults with autism spectrum disorder how to recognize and respond to nonverbal cues, specifically cues of boredom and confusion during a social conversation.
So how did you develop an interest in this topic?
Well, I became interested in autism research in general when I was an undergrad and I was doing my honors thesis at UCSD. I was just sort of handed this project working with teens with autism, and I just really loved working with that population. I found it really fascinating work, so that's just sort of been my trajectory ever since then. In terms of this specific sort of subtopic within autism, it was actually inspired by one of my clients at the Autism Center who really wanted to get better at recognizing nonverbal cues, so like facial expressions and things like that. He was really interested in figuring out how to do that, and there were really no established interventions for targeting that, so I sort of developed one based on evidence-based strategies, sort of piecing together things that we know have worked for other types of social skills, and I sort of just built this intervention kind of for him, and then we thought that this could be a good study to test the efficacy of it with multiple research subjects.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Consoli. I'm a faculty member in the Counseling, Clinical, and School Psychology program here at University of California, Santa Barbara, and is within the Graduate School of Education known as the Gevirtz Graduate School of Education. Every year we organize a research festival where our students, our graduate students who are pursuing a doctoral degree, present their what we call pre-dissertation research project. And this is a project that they're typically presented in their third year in preparation for what's going to become their dissertation. In this research project, they have done over the past couple of years, collecting data, many times with partnerships with the community, sometimes even not just local, but national, even international sampling. Today, 2017 presentation, it's actually, you'll see a range of different projects spanning from local involvement to involvement with Mexico and many countries all over the world on issues related to autism spectrum disorders, issues related to Latinos and Latinas, Latinx population, and many other dimensions that people are concerned, interested, and trying to make a difference in our world. Thank you so much for being with us, and I hope you enjoy it.
So I'm Kelly Whaling, and I'm a third-year counseling psychology PhD student.
So tell me about the research you're presenting today.
So I'm presenting a study looking at chronic hopelessness, suicidal ideation, and suicide attempts in adolescents, and I'm looking at it by Latino-Latina ethnicity and by gang membership.
Tell me about how you developed your interest in this area.
Yeah, so well, I first got interested in mental health disparities, particularly for ethnic minorities. People in a Latino, Latinx population have increased rates of suicidal ideation and suicide attempt, like especially adolescents. It's double those of non-Latino peers. So that's how I first got interested in suicide in that particular population, and then I started doing clinical work at the Juvenile Justice Facility in Oxnard, and a lot of my clients are gang members, and they're coming in with, you know, all of these really stigmatizing diagnoses like conduct disorder, oppositional defiant disorder. But when I'm talking to them, when I'm interviewing them, they'll have these super high rates of trauma, suicidal ideation, and like depressive symptoms. So I kind of looked in the literature and I didn't see anything about the mental health needs of gang members. So I was particularly interested in seeing, you know, if the suicide rates for Latinos are possibly influenced by this gang membership, and then also trying to look at gang members specifically just because there's a really high need and it's kind of ignored in the literature.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.